Hi guys, it's Lisa. So today we're going to talk about the one and only black moon. Okay, so there are two versions of it, but I'm only going to use one because I don't care about the other one. The mean Lilith is this mathematical equation that would have happened if this apogee of the moon actually did its course in the way that it's meant to. But because Lilith does not actually do its course in the way that it's meant to, it doesn't make any sense to even use mean Lilith. They say that neither the oscillating or the mean Lilith are actually true. It's just the oscillating is more true of where the focus is.
So if it was a perfect rotation like this picture would suggest, the mean would make sense. The mean would be that empty focus, but it's not. It's a lot shiftier than this, but this is still the general idea. So the oscillating works with where the moon actually is, and that's why it fluctuates so much more than the mean does, because it's more realistic. But what you want to see is that this is what it is. It's an empty focus. It's a pull to another place inside the rotation. The Earth is one of them. Black moon Lilith is the other.
So technically, the black moon does not exist. And I do find that interesting because of the fact that it's named Lilith. Lilith, Adam's first wife, in the Bible technically does not exist. She exists in other mythologies in order to bring her to truth there. Maybe even the idea of Lilith is an entity that was created because of a lack of understanding in the first place. Idea that you can create a new entity by weighing out and balancing what does not make sense. You can look at it in your chart if you go into astro.com under H13. That is your oscillating Lilith, and that I believe is your truest form of your black moon Lilith, but she does not exist, meaning she takes you out of your body, because your moon is also your point of physical origin. It is where you were born from the mother. So if you imagine that you were born from the mother here, that moment you were born, there was a dark magic that came up for the exact same time on the opposite sign.
And because your ascendant sign is actually considered the Earth in your chart, the moon's degree and where the moon lined up based on your ascendant sign during that day actually shows you your point of earthly origin. So your moon is incredibly powerful. So Lilith on the other side becomes a pole to a negative energy.
This is where your progress is. This is where you build your empire on Earth. So Lilith balancing it out is destructive. So if you are born and you are you, there is something negative that has to balance this now physical energy that is brought to the world. Obviously, universally, here's your physical power. It's now busting through atoms to create a new being, a new physical flesh, matter being. Now there has to be something that is wiped out to create balance in the universe. So what is that wiped out area? It's now this void. Looking at your black moon in your chart can tell you a lot about what takes progress from you in your physical life and what makes you stagnant, retains your focus. They rise up and they are not together. And you cannot, no matter how hard you try, make this balance defeat this, because they never actually meet. One has to try to always overpower the other, and that never will happen until the end of time. So it's a battle and it's a fight forever and ever. We have your black moon in a sign, okay? This is where your void rises up against your life energy, your instinctual physical being energy, your instinct, like you are an animal, it's your moon. So it's your basic physical life nature right there, your nature. So Lilith is going to say that, your nature and your body don't actually matter. Your physical matter does not matter. I matter. So you look at where, and the signs is really where it's going to be holding you back, because it's going to be this need that is trying to outweigh your moon's instinctual observations about life. It's going to be no, you can't know yourself. You need to do this. You need this. And if you can see how if you get too caught up in it, the power that surrounds it, you can lose yourself to the idea that you're not enough on your own, that you have to start filling that void. And what you need to realize is that somebody else is going to fill that void for you. If you follow where your moon is and not your black moon, Lilith, your progress and your growth as a human will project you forward. And somebody else whose moon is in that place of your black moon will make up the slack there. We shouldn't be focusing on our negative part of us. We should be focusing on our power, what we were born with. And Lilith wants us to focus on what we don't have, what possibly does not exist within us. And we should be growing what we already know is true and nurturing our gifts, not trying to find something that we could be good at that doesn't have anything to do with who we are. And the sun went down. Aries. Your Lilith is in Aries. You basically have a masculine need. A need for masculine energy, a need to rise up in a masculine way. So you might feel like Lilith is actually forcing a lot of testosterone out of you, pumping it out of you, trying to cure the void. And so whatever it's attached to in Aries is sort of adding the extra masculine identity. Now, if your black moon is in Taurus, it's adding a feminine identity to you, that you might need extra estrogen, extra femininity, extra womb and vagina power. You need to have all of this female in you, inflicted into you, injected into your body. If your black moon is in Gemini, this would make you feel like your mind, like what you know, and you need to always value your logic. You're analyzing way harder over any of your instincts or your natural nature, that's probably wrong, that you need to value your head and what your head knows over what your body knows. So then you have Cancer. If your black moon is in Cancer, you need to be extra nurturing, extra mothering. You could even be more smothering of your people around you, an extra amount of, I love you, I need your closeness, I need your connection to me because I don't have it, I need it, I feel neglected, so I'm going to smother me. So Leo, if your black moon is in Leo, you have this need for ego and for heart and to create and to make things and to make your mark on the world and for people to know who you are and feel that people feel like you're just the greatest person alive. If your black moon is in Virgo, you feel like the need to grind, to work really hard, to, plow your fields, work at your job is a need. You gotta work really hard. If you're not climbing the ladder, you're not doing anything. So you work extra hard on working for somebody else, plowing their field or whatever. You're spending a lot of your attention in that need. If it's in Libra, you feel like you need a relationship. You need a soulmate. You need to be completed, to have balance. And so the balance, you're always constantly looking for balance. Like you're not balanced enough. So you got to find that balance with another person, a place, a thing, something to fill the void. Black moon is in Scorpio. You need sex. And maybe not just physical sex, but you need to penetrate something. You always need to be out doing something, and it can get reckless. You can feel like you have a reckless abandonment or rebel without a cause, or you might just really need sex, and you feel like you just have an addiction to this, that I'm not getting enough sex. If your black moon is in Sagittarius, you have this need to know the truth about everything, that you don't know enough, that your belief system's not right. So you got to travel everywhere. You gotta move everywhere. You gotta fly this plane. I don't know if you can hear it. Oh my gosh. You gotta fly, you gotta move, you gotta adventure, you gotta see. If you don't see, you don't know, you're not doing enough. You gotta get out there, you gotta keep doing. If your black moon is in Capricorn, you need to find that power and authority. You need the authority over somebody else. You need that to know, that everybody to know that you are the powerful one. You're the captain now. You are what matters. Black moon is in Aquarius. You need people to know how unique and different you are and how innovative and creative and intellectual and just obviously intelligent you are. So you're always trying to think of the right words to say, and you're trying to really work really hard to make people understand your power of your great mind. And lastly, if your black moon is in Pisces, you need people to see you as spiritual, as holistic, as like understanding of your outside of your flesh body, that you don't care about your body. It's about your connection to the stars and the universe and the love and the power of your life, and you're just so free and you're not worried about the human experience anymore. It's all about your soul power, and that is your black moon.